Testing, testing. Hello, Police Press 3 UK here. Happy Sunday evening and welcome to today's Game of Day video. Now obviously you can't review a Sega console without Sonic the Hedgehog. This is Sonic the Hedgehog 1. This was also built into many systems such as it's going into demo mode by the way. This is built into some systems such as the Sega Master System 2. You had a choice between two different systems at the time, but they're not distinguishable. You can't tell these days if it's got Sonic the Hedgehog built in or Alex the Kid in Miracle World built in. You can't tell, but there was two choices: Sonic the Hedgehog or Alex the Kid in Miracle World built into the Sega Master System 2 Power Base, as they used to call it. So let's start the game. So this is, you could also get both games as a separate cartridge. So let's start the game and let's look at Sonic the Hedgehog on the Sega Master System. So this is an 8-bit console. Now the Mega Drive version actually came out, I believe, before the Master System version. But yeah, this is technically quite impressive considering it's running on 8-bit hardware. Now you probably are aware, anyone in the retro community is probably aware that there was a Commodore 64 port of this exact game recently that used the REU expansion cartridge, and yeah, that was really impressive. So check that out if you haven't already. I think I did the YouTube video about that myself actually. So if you're like into your Commodore 64s, check that out. In the either cancel my video and don't watch it to the end and I'll cry, or just check it out now, or check it out after the video, which I'll be very happy about. I don't mention this very often, but watching my videos to the end does support the channel more than just skipping out of them halfway through. But yeah, so this is Sonic the Hedgehog 1 on the Sega Master System, and yeah, it's really good actually. It's really good for 8-bit console. I'm not sure even if the NES could handle this. I mean, it probably could, but I think the Sega Master System was a little bit more powerful in terms of like high-speed scrolling. So basically, back in the day, most games would use tile systems to get such a massive amount of data into such a small space. And if you looked at the size of the ROM for Sonic the Hedgehog 1 on the Mega Drive, I think it's only about 512k, which is smaller than an Amiga floppy disk, which is kind of crazy. Anyway, so yep, the Sega Master System version of Sonic the Hedgehog is really good. It's sort of duplicated onto the Game Gear as well. It's just really good. Do I think this is impressive? Yes, I do for the console limitations. It does lack a lot of features from the Mega Drive version, of course, but the Mega Drive obviously is a 16-bit machine, so it's not going to be as good, is it? So the level design and layout compared to the Mega Drive version is a lot different. There's different levels. This bit isn't apparent in the Mega Drive. They had to sort of like alter the game engine and the code and the layout of the levels just to get it into an 8-bit format. The Mega Drive was a lot more powerful than the Master System, so obviously they had to do something to get the Sonic experience without completely destroying the system. So that's what they did. They revised the layout, they revised everything to do with the game. The Mega Drive version, yes, it's a lot better than this in terms of technical capability. It's got multi-layered parallax scrolling. This has no parallax scrolling. It has different level design, and some of the levels are actually different as well. For example, on this version you've got Bridge Zone, where on the Mega Drive you've got Marble Zone. One thing I do like about the Master System version is Bridge Zone had awesome moves. I'm not going to even get to the level to showcase that off, but I'm sure many other YouTubers have got a lot further than me. So yeah, this is Sonic on the Master System, and what a game! Like I said earlier in the video, there was also this is on the Master System 2 revision, the Power Base as they used to call it. the Master System 2 had a choice of built-in games. If you didn't insert the cartridge, you had either Alex the Kid, Miracle World, or Sonic the Hedgehog 1. Which one would you have preferred to have as a built-in game, Sonic 1 or Alex the Kid and Miracle World? Let me know in the comments on that, because what it was, you could, if you don't know what it was, is if there wasn't a cartridge plugged in, one of these games would boot up depending on which system you had. So it had the game in ROM. I've just did that again, I pressed the wrong button again. What it was, you just had that in ROM. You either had Master System, Alex the Kid and Miracle World, or Sonic the Hedgehog 1. So that was a look at Sonic the Hedgehog 1. Not a very good look at it, but that was a look at Sonic the Hedgehog 1. And the Master System version, I'm going to give 7 out of 10. It's really good. It's got a lot of missing features from the Mega Drive version, and some of the music and later levels are different. And there you go. So I'd like to thank you for watching.